Hi there, welcome to the 7th episode of Crafting Exodus. It's Renee here, and for the last 6 episodes, we've been looking at how God brought his people out of Egypt. And after traveling in the desert for 3 months, God's people, the Israelites, set up camp at the foot of Mt Sinai. God called Moses up to the mountain to talk. God said, I brought you out of Egypt to be a special, holy nation. If you will obey me and keep my law, you will be special to me. And so Moses went down to the people and told them what God said. The people all replied, we will do everything that the Lord has said. And so Moses went back to God and told him that the Israelites agreed. God said to seal the agreement, he would appear on the mountain to the people. Now, meeting with God is a very special occasion. God told the people to cleanse themselves for 3 days, to not come too close to the mountain, and to wait for the trumpets. After 3 days, there was thunder and lightning with a loud trumpet blast. The mountain was covered with a thick cloud of smoke because the Lord came onto it with fire. The whole mountain trembled and all the people were afraid. Moses was the only one that could go up and speak to God. He was a bit like a mediator. He would speak to God for the Israelites and then tell them what God said to them. It's a little difficult to know exactly what it would have looked like for Moses as he spoke to God at the top of the mountain. And so it probably didn't look anything like this. We also don't know every single conversation that Moses and God had. But the book of Exodus does show us that God told Moses lots of things. In fact, lots of very important things, like how they would love God and love each other. You can read all about this from Exodus chapter 21. But in Exodus chapter 24, we read that Moses stayed on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. God wanted to give the people some rules so they would know the right way to live. And so God gave Moses the 10 commandments. The first 4 commandments were about how they should relate to God. God should always be first. They should never worship any other thing. They should never use God's name in anger, and they should honor the day of rest. The other 6 rules were all about how they should treat other people. They shouldn't lie or steal, be jealous of what others have, or hurt others. God didn't give Moses these rules because he wanted to be strict and mean. He gave him the rules to help them. God knew his people very well. He knew their hearts. He knew that they were human and that they often made mistakes or acted without thinking. God gave his people these rules as reminders of what was good and right, as reminders of who he created them to be. You can read more about the 10 commandments in Exodus chapter 20. Maybe you could see if you could memorize 1 to 10 all on your own. The 10 commandments were really important for God's people as they continued to grow. Something else that was important, though, was the building of the tabernacle. We're going to look at that in the next episode. You've been watching Crafting Exodus. I'll see you next week.